Premier League fixtures announced, as always, in mid-June, and we've got 2 months to get ready for them.
So what better way of getting ready than to talk about it?
Well, let's talk about some of these headline-making fixtures. The weekend does begin August 9th, actually, with Liverpool taking on Norwich on the Friday night, but then on the Sunday, the so-called Super Sunday, we have Manchester United against Chelsea. Nice one to start us off. Manchester City will play Tottenham the following week. Liverpool have got Arsenal the following week after that. And North London derby at the end of August. So a lot to get into before the season is even a month old.
Okay. I thought you were going to go through all of those.
We can if you want.
No, that's quite all right. That's quite all right. Manchester United, Chelsea. The importance of that game, and really when you look at the possibility of what Chelsea may look like and what Manchester United may look like, at this point, we don't even know who Chelsea's manager is going to be. We know it's not going to be Mauricio Sarri because he seems to be on his way to Juventus. And so then who comes in? And the conversation has been Frank Lampard. Not because he's the most qualified, but because, well, there's nobody else. Well, if that was a good way to pick a manager, I suppose, but we just have to see what version of Chelsea. No Eden Hazard, new manager, a lot of changes, a lot of lack of continuity, a lot of lack of consistency. And then you have Manchester United, who they could not have finished the season in a worse place than they did last year. There was so much hope and so much positive energy surrounding Ole Gunnar Solskjaer when he first came in. The first couple of months, everything was great. And then when things got real, everything was bad. And so now you have to change players and you have to make decisions. And now I think the goodwill for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is very, very short. That equity and all of a sudden has become very, very short. So new manager for Chelsea and a manager under pressure right off the bat with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and two teams that don't really know what versions of themselves are going to be when they start the season.
A lot of controversy has been generated on the day of these being announced. In the run-in for Manchester City as opposed to Liverpool, Manchester City seem to have a fairly, routine 6 games following their meeting with Liverpool at the end of the season. Liverpool find it a bit tougher with a couple of tough fixtures in the last 3.
You know how Liverpool can handle that? They take care of the matches against Manchester City. So on November 9th, you beat Manchester City at home. And then when you play them again in the second go around, you beat them again. And then we don't have to worry about this sort of stuff. Guess what? When you play everybody twice in the season, there'll be plenty of opportunities for you to get the results that you need to get. So this whole idea that, well, the running is this and the running is that. You know what? What's going to happen when we get to that time? They're going to say, well, they're in Champions League, latter stages of Champions League. Are they going to pay attention to the league or are they going to pay attention to Champions League? The nonsense is not going to stop. You're going to play who you need to play on the weekend, and that's it. And that's a challenge ahead for Liverpool, for Manchester City, and whoever else is involved in a possible title run, which, by the way, is going to be Liverpool and Manchester City. The other ones are trying to play catch-up. Good luck with that. I don't think they'll be good enough. The truth of the matter is that both Liverpool and Manchester City will be involved in Champions League. They'll be involved late in the season with the title race domestically and potentially with the title race in Europe as well. Deal with it. Too bad, too sad. Deal with it, get the results when you need to.
That rationale kind of extends whether it's a championship race or a Champions League race or if it's a relegation fight that you're expecting. For players, psychologically, when they see these fixtures come out, does it make a difference, though? Do you look at them and go, ooh, Christmas looks a bit dodgy?
Well, you can use this as an excuse if you want to. You can use this as something that may just say, well, here is something that may not go right for us. But guess what? How about you just break it down on the single specific game that you have in front of you that weekend? And let me tell you, for players, you live Saturday to Saturday. You're not thinking, well, in 3 weeks we're playing Manchester City. No. You're thinking, well, we have to win this game. And when Manchester City weeks comes around as a Liverpool player, then you focus on that. You cannot, for a club as big as Liverpool or as big as Manchester City, that you have so many competitions around, you can't just be thinking about what's happening 4 weeks from now. You have to be thinking about what's ahead of you right this second. Wednesday, Saturday, and then you go on with the season just like that and get the results when you need to. That's it. Win enough games, you're going to be the champion.
Simple as that, really, when you play everyone twice.
Well, yeah.
Needless to say, though, we now have 2 months of anticipation, at least for the supporters, to get their teeth into when and where their games are going to be played out this season. It is always going to be a very exciting ride over the next 10 or 11 months.